but I'm cold. Hey everyone, good morning from the Philippines. So we'll wait on everybody to hop on. So we are on our Sunday routine answering inquiries about travel updates, travel recap, and all that. If there's any immigration concern, as long as I know the answer, uh I would be happy to answer that for you. But come on in. Welcome to our live. Thank you so much. So if you guys have questions with regards to travel updates, my husband in the background is so noisy. I don't know what he's doing. So welcome to our live. If you guys have questions with regards to traveling to the Philippines during the time of the pandemic, make sure to put that in our chat box. If you are using a laptop or a computer, it's on the right hand side of your monitor. But if you are using a cell phone, it should be at the very bottom of this video. So I apologize if my voice is not so good this morning. Sinuses is uh, running today, but we have to do our live and answer those questions so we don't get uh so we are up to date on our travel update. Jack Lord Crisologo, hello, good morning. Kumusta na po, Ma'am Adi, watching here from San Diego, California. Hello, Gregorio Rosario. Good evening to you. Hello. Happy 4th of July weekend sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan dyan sa States. I know you guys are going to be on holiday tomorrow. Enjoy the 4th of July. Celebrate the 4th of July as it used to. But at the same time, stay safe. Enjoy family together. But at the same time, stay safe. Mike, good evening, Mom. Watching you here from Houston, Texas. Howdy, Mike. Howdy. How's the weekend going? So hello. We'll wait for everybody to hop on, and if you have questions, make sure to write it down and we'll start answering. We'll just wait on everybody to come join us on our live. Are we doing LDR tonight? Oh, my husband wants to do LDR tonight. So to those who are on LDR, we are going to have LDR discussion again tonight. That's going to be 9 o'clock in the evening here in the Philippines. And that's going to be 9 in the morning Eastern time and 8 in the morning Central time in the US. So hopefully you guys can join us on our 4th of July LDR discussion tonight. So I could understand if some couldn't make it because of the 4th of July celebration. That is fine. But we are going to be doing LDR discussion again tonight live. Happy 4th of July, Gregorio, watching from Vancouver, Washington. Hey, Matt. Thank you for joining. Doing okay, just recovering from surgery. Oh, I didn't know you had surgery, Mike. I hope you are feeling better. And good to hear the surgery is successful. So,
He didn't say the surgery was successful. He just said he was recovering from surgery.
uy. So I would assume he's recovering already. I assume that the surgery. My husband is picking on you, Mike. Don't pick on him. He's trying to recover. I got a lot of questions from the video I posted yesterday. The latest travel update to the Philippines from July 1st until July 31st. So, uh, me and my husband's sinuses is running this morning. That's why my voice is a bit off today. I'm so sorry for that. But we have to go to work. Oh my God, you're doing that in the background. That is so mahako. I apologize for that. My husband is trying to. Will you at least let me know when you're doing that so I can at least mute our mic? That is, everybody what not everybody wants to hear you doing that. I apologize for that, everybody. Kumusta po kayo? I'm MJ Cruz. Pa-shout out naman po from California. Hello MJ. Mega mega shout out to you from California. How's everybody doing? So far we don't have questions yet. Did I have answered all your questions already or travel concerns to the Philippines? And probably everybody is out of town for the 4th of July. So everybody is quite busy. Hello, Ethan Squad. Hey, finally, I'm back in US 5 days ago. Wow, Nick. It's like, it seems like that was a quick trip. It's like, I know you're, and thank you so much for uh, always joining us and uh, sharing your experiences and asking questions on what you guys need to do to or and what are the requirements to go to the Philippines. Welcome back to the US, Nick. Kali Bronson, hi from Kansas. My husband is originally from Kansas. They're from Wichita, Kansas. Where are you from, Kansas, Kali? I'm looking for my ano. I'm looking for my uh candy.
Actually, I wasn't never lived in Wichita.
Still working in San Francisco, California, and should be in Davao. Lots of laugh. I know, James. I miss. That's like me and my. As soon as I get my husband's NBI clearance and stuff, because we are going to be processing his 13A visa. So as soon as we get that, yes, we do have Bureau of Immigration here in Jensen, but unfortunately they don't process 13A visa, so we have to go to Davao. So one of before this month end, because this is when his visa is going to expire, so we really need to go there and file for it and file for uh extension probably while the resident card is on process. I love Davao, which I like the where was that? I forgot the name where you the overview place up there. I forgot the name. My God, I love the Eden Park. We went ziplining at the Eden Park. Bike, the when you bike up in the air, we did that. So it's cool, and especially Dorian, of course. Independence. He's from Independence, Kansas. Welcome to
Ah,
our live, Kali.
tell him I'm from Chinook.
My husband is from Chanute. I'm wrong. They were not from Wichita. I was wrong. I have to correct that. They're not from Wichita, Kansas. They are from Chanute, Kansas. Yeah, it was so quick vacation and yes, back to work and back to California traffic. Yep. Back to work, back to saving so you can come back to the Philippines again. And hopefully next time you come back to the Philippines, Nick, it's not that strict anymore, not so hassle anymore, stuff like that. Hey David, I just got on. What are the current documents for 9A visa holders to enter the Philippines? You mean the requirements? Is that what you're asking, David? The requirements when you apply for a 9A visa. Shout out from Texas. Hopefully December will be reopening. I'm hoping too, Jay. I'm really hoping. Fingers crossed. Mom, can you tell me what international vaccination document the Philippine government will accept? Will they accept medical records from the Veterans Hospital? For that's for what, Mike? Emergency humanitarian purposes and stuff. My fiance is in Cebu. Cool. Very close. Yes, I Chanute and Independence are. Close?
Yeah, Independence is about 1 hour away from Chinook.
I've been to Kansas too, and it was a long drive from Mississippi, but it was fun. Vincent Ty, hey bud, good morning. Hello Addie, hi sis Lizelle. Never been to Davao, but that's my next port of entry. Then on to Kidapawan. Yeah, okay. Davao is before you go to Kidapawan, make sure to tour Davao. It's a great place, great food and stuff. And Kidapawan, you have to go up north for that. I'm not sure if I have been to Kidapawan. I'm not. Is it possible to stay Philippines for 5 months if extend tourist visa every 2 months? Yes, you can. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, you can extend your visa up to 36 months, but that really depends on the Bureau of Immigration if they allow you to do so. But I have known others who got into the Philippines on a 9A visa but was able to extend their visa up to 36 months. You just have to pay every extension. What's the new update about going to the Philippines? There's really not much change. The only change that they have announced are the green list country, which for me is quite ridiculous. I'm sorry for that, but they have provided a green list, green countries or jurisdiction for fully vaccinated, that if you are coming from those countries, you will have a shortened quarantine, 7 days to be exact, and your swab testing will be on the fifth day. So, this from Ghana. Everybody was really protesting because China was there, which started all this shit. So, I'm sorry. I have to bleep that before YouTube kick me out. So that's so far from what was the update last month until this month. It's the same with the exemption of the green countries or jurisdiction. Everybody is calling it green lane. It's not really the green lane. It's completely different. Probably everybody gets confused because of the green word over there, but it's not the green lane. It's the green list of countries that are exempted for longer quarantine. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Yes, happy 4th. I mean, any apps or other info they need after 9A visa and exemption letter. Oh, okay. Wait, sabi. Let me go back to David's. Okay. For you, David, the app you need to download the Trace app. But as others said, who has been back to the Philippines, they do not check that. But you want it handy just in case they will check, because they randomly check on that particular app. Also, you need to register with the ECIF. That's a QR code given to you that you will be using for swab testing. Muad Al-Khatib, good morning from the Philippines. How are you doing, ate? Hi, Muad. Muad, I've been wanting to get a hold of you because I know you are on a 9A visa and you got the exemption letter, the entry exemption letter. Muad, if you could share with us, how did you get it? I would really appreciate it because I know everybody wants to apply for the entry exemption. Actually, somebody from one of our subscribers sent me an actual picture what an entry exemption document looks like, and it does exist. It's not a ghost document anymore. It actually, they actually released that. And Moad here is also on a 9A visa and process the entry exemption document. So there's two of our subscribers that can attest that it's true. With the other one, the process time was 1 month and 13 days. So Muad, how long did you process your entry exemption document? And would you share with us What did you submit? What documents did you process? Please, can you share? They celebrate 4th of July, waiting for fireworks. Cool. Yeah, that's what I when I was in the States, 4th of July, like in the evening of July 3rd or in the morning of July 4th, me and my husband would go and buy our fireworks already to be lit up in the 4th of July evening. Know when they open up to allowing travelers to come in to allow LDRs to get back together. Will they accept medical records from hospital in the States is going to do international passport?
Mhm.
Know when they open up to allowing travelers to come into allow LDR to get back together. Will they accept medical records from hospital in the States? It's not going to do international passport. What do you mean? For vaccination. Oh, meaning you're opting out for the vaccination? I'm sorry, I was having a hard time understanding it. Time to sleep. Have a wonderful life. Thank you for being so informative. You're very welcome, Kali. Is Kansas on Eastern time? Central time?
Central.
Oh, it's already 10:30 in the evening over there. Thank you so much for hopping on. Done with 2 shots Moderna vaccines. Have a CDC card and written certification from our primary doctor on the subject vaccines. Is it sufficient proof to present to the IATF when we arrive on September 7? If you are coming from the country, I know Gregorio, you are from the United States, and unfortunately, the U.S. is not listed on the green countries and jurisdiction, so you will still have to undergo the 10 days mandatory quarantine and swab testing on the 7th day. Is Philippine Airlines the only airline flying to the Philippines right now? No. There's Qatar Airways, Emirates, ANA, American Airlines, Delta Airlines, Japan Airlines. There's actually a lot of airlines flying to the Philippines right now. Things will change a lot after election. Yeah, we will see. Election will be next year, May next year, 2022. It's purple lane for me. Ticket sky high and 10-day quarantine for Balikbayan. What's a purple lane? Yeah, it's like I just did an update on international flight schedule with Philippine Airlines and checking international ticket prices. They are up. It's funny here, we're 90% back to normal, but still not a green country. I know. There was a lot of reaction when that green list were announced. And the funny part is the countries that they have listed in there, very seldom from those countries that there are Filipinos who come back to the Philippines. I know Singapore was there. I'm not sure if Hong Kong was there, but there's only few countries on there that has Filipinos that comes and visit or goes back to the Philippines. But uh but there are other countries over there that's like, let me pull that up. This was the countries that, let me pull that up, huh? Wait, I have to find it. I have to find it first. Where's that list of countries? Oh, I hope I did not delete that. Oh no, I did not. So it's really funny how they, I don't know how they wait. Hmm. Is that what the I can't share it though. For some reason. Some reason I can't share the, is that what it is? No, that's not what it is. So I'm trying to find the countries, the list of countries, but I can't pull it up. Not been able to see my daughter and fiance for 2 years because of pandemic. They live in Bacoor, Cavite. Can't wait to go back to Bacoor. I heard Bacoor is a very nice place. Hopefully, we can get back to traveling again. Here in California, all people who completed vaccines are no longer using face masks. Yeah, I've heard the announcement from CDC that if you are fully vaccinated already in the States, you don't need to wear a face mask. At the answering your question you asked me before, after they denied my request, which sent by the DSWD, they approved the request, which was sent by the embassy and took a month for approval. So you did request from mo. I need the specific requirements. If you don't mind, I need the requirements that you have submitted with the SWD and the Philippine Embassy. I know you don't have Facebook. I don't know how can I get a hold of you. Mom, when will open green lane for tourists for Pakistan? Uh, Pakistan is still on travel ban until July 15. And for tourists, even though the travel ban is going to be lifted by then, tourists are still not allowed to enter the Philippines, unfortunately. I am fully vaccinated. I don't know how to get the international paper to show vaccine. The United States is not doing anything for international proof of vaccination. Do you think they would hospital records of getting their shots? Yeah, that's the thing. I know I have read somewhere that they want the international vaccination record, and I am not so sure where to get that at. I am trying to get a hold of one of the government agency over here, like the Bureau of Immigration. I am trying to. I have already messaged them, but it's the weekend for sure. I won't get an answer till Monday. So I did ask them where to specifically get that international vaccination records that the Philippine government requires. Marriage certificate, PSA, and DFA. Passport bio page, copies with signatures both husband and wife. Financial check for the previous 6 months, barangay clearance as proof the wife in the Philippines. I need to ano that because I need to screenshot. I need to take a picture of that mod so I can. What's the DFA? Mod, what's the DFA? Because I can compile it, and because it's like it's almost the same as uh Lina, our other subscriber has told me that she submitted, and her husband actually got approved with a 9A visa and entry exemption document. So that's cool. Thank you so much. So marriage certificate, PSA, and DFA. I guess I'm confused on the DFA. What was the DFA? I need to list that down for entry exemption. I'm listing it, okay? So I can make a video of it. Marriage certificate. Oh, sorry, it's so when you say marriage certificate from PSA, meaning this is the report of marriage. If you guys were married in the Philippines, not much of a problem. But if you guys are married abroad, you really have to report your marriage. Passport bio page with signature of. I'm sorry, guys. Sinuses is running today. Where is that? For husband and wife. Financial check. This is bank statement. bank statement for the last 6 months, barangay clearance proving the wife in the Philippines. Did you do a request letter? Here in UK, our vaccination records is on our NHS app in digital proof. So I don't let me pull that up what they said on the Bureau of Immigration, the international vaccination record thing. Thank you for all your help. You and the captain really rock. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I'm really trying to because this is Sunday here. So the Bureau of Immigration Facebook page is really good at responding. They usually respond during business hours. So I already sent them a message on where can the travelers get, especially for those who are fully vaccinated, where they can get this it's right here, international certification of vaccination, because they said to those, let me pull this up, hopefully I can pull this up, hopefully I can pull this up so we can read all together. So this is what it says. Let me, yay. So for those vaccinated outside the Philippines, they may present their international certificate of vaccination or have their documents validated through the Philippine Overseas Labor Office POLO, as the case may be. So international vaccination, international certificate. So I guess this is their one way of validating your vaccination record to be true and legit. They still have that problem with legitimacy of the vaccination, the vaccination thing. Oh, you can actually order it in Amazon. Really? I will do a research on how to acquire this, how to acquire or how to get the vaccination, international vaccination. I'm married in the Philippines to my wife from the Bahamas. Do I still need a visa to enter the Philippines? If you are traveling alone to the Philippines without the Filipino wife, yes, you need a 9A visa and the entry exemption document. But if you are traveling with the Filipino wife going to the Philippines, then you don't need to have a visa. Letter of request, okay, letter of request, handwritten, okay. Uh, and a letter to the ambassador. Letter to ambassador. Ambassador. Who's ambassador? In the embassy? DFA marriage copy stamp and verified from DFA. Hotel reservation for quarantine and flight ticket. DFA marriage copy stamp and verified from DFA. Hotel reservation for quarantine and flight ticket. Okay. Again, my question is a letter to the ambassador. Is that a request letter? Kindly note, Ate, that they will check most of the documents again in the airport at the check-in. And I was standing there for 2 hours at check, waiting them to check the documents. Really. So, for sure, when you submitted all this, they returned this to you with your passport, with your visa on it, and the entry exemption document on it. Then you have to bring all that paperwork at the airport for them to check, okay? Let's take note of that. Bring all documents. Bring all docs at check-in. Bring all docs at check-in. US won't do international COVID certificate. They won't? Hala. As well as the immigration in NAIA, but that took 30 minutes for them to verify all documents. So, how long was the process, Muad? How long was the so you submitted all this at the Philippine consulate abroad, right? Because I know you told me before that you have done this at the DSWD because that is where they want to do this process first. But unfortunately it's not. So all these requirements you submitted at the Philippine consulate abroad. Is that correct? Your state should have an electronic certificate. That should be good enough. It has a QR with name and birth date. I think it would too. I think the CDC card or the CDC vaccination record that was given to you when you got your COVID-19 shot should be enough proof already that you have 2 doses. Or if you really need a certification of who initiated your vaccination, that would be enough. Ano to? That would be enough proof also. I'm from California. We have CDC for Government of California. We have QR code for proof of COVID-19 vaccine. So when the Bureau of Immigration said that those who were vaccinated outside the Philippines, I need to correct this because there's some confusion. To those who are vaccinated outside the Philippines, they need to have their international certificate of vaccination. What they want to emphasize on that to those who were vaccinated outside the Philippines, these are travelers coming from the green countries. Green countries, the 57 green countries that they have posted. So if you got vaccinated from one, if you are a fully vaccinated traveler from coming from one of those green countries, then you need to provide proof or the international certificate of vaccination when you enter upon arrival in the Philippines. Unfortunately, those coming from the US, whether you are fully vaccinated or whether you have proof that you are fully vaccinated or whether you can secure the certificate of international vaccination, that won't still work because the US unfortunately is not part of the green countries and jurisdiction. So I want to I want to be clear on that because everybody now is saying that everybody now is commenting that we have disproved the QR code and stuff. Those applies to those travelers coming from the green countries announced by the Philippine government who are fully vaccinated and will be exempted from longer quarantine. So they need to provide the international certificate of vaccination. But to those travelers fully vaccinated coming from a country that is not part of the green list of the Philippine government, unfortunately, whether you are fully vaccinated, whether you have the international certificate of vaccination and stuff, you will still have to go through the longer quarantine, which is 10 days mandatory quarantine at the hotel. Yes, CDC. Okay. Card. Yes, ate, at Philippine Consulate Abroad. Thank you. Muad, how long was the process? How long was the process? Field Consulate. So you did not really submit anything here in the ano. You did not submit anything here in one of the government offices here in the Philippines. So you just, well, I think the letter would do. Yes, we have digital COVID-19 records. Okay. My boyfriend, he already fully vaccinated from Switzerland. Unfortunately, foreign tourists is still not allowed to enter the Philippines this time. So I have posted yesterday who are the permitted travelers to the Philippines for the month of July. And today we will have a video on who are not permitted to enter the Philippines yet. And there is two letters of request and different forms on form for the DFA, another form. What is the DFA? I guess I'm confused on the documents from the DFA. Where can you get this form from the DFA? Muad, do you have Instagram? Can we message back and forth on Instagram? I know I have a lot of questions from you because I just want to make sure when I make the video, I have all I have all those requirements lined up. That way we can help those who are married to Filipinos, that wife and kids are here in the Philippines and really wants to be reunited with their family, but they can't do that without a 9A visa and the entry exemption document. So, news flash, this document is not ghost anymore because two of our subscribers has actually secured. Moad here is a 9A visa holder and was able to secure the entry exemption document, and now on quarantine. This is your what? Day I know the last time you were on day 5. This should be your day 7, right? So do we still need a certificate? Coming from the US, and US is not part of the green country or jurisdiction, I would say no. But if you could get it, it wouldn't hurt if you have it on hand. Henry Lucio, hi Addy. If we land at Naiya, can we quarantine in accredited hotels in Pampanga for 10 days? Unfortunately, no, because if you land in Clark, that would make more sense to quarantine for 10 days if you landed in Clark in Pampanga. But if you land in Naiya, you have to quarantine within Manila area. The accredited hotels for quarantine approved by the DOH. La la la. So you're welcome, Henry. You're very welcome. So I guess Moad, the confusing part for me is the DFA form. Where do we get that DA? Do I have to go to the DFA website, and that's where the form is at that you need for the entry exemption document? Thank you so much, guys, for hopping on. Shout out to 22 of you that are here. Maraming salamat for joining us live. So if you have any questions, any what you call this, any concerns when it comes to traveling to the Philippines, please please ask. Just type it in our chat box. Francis Valdez. Thank you also, Francis. So like I mentioned, guys, let's see if we can pull this up. One more time. I cannot pull it up for some reason. So, see if I can pull it up at the Bureau of Immigration. There it is. So these, so there. This is the country. That is the country that on these are the green list or the green countries currently. If you are fully vaccinated in one of these countries, then you will have to have the international certificate of vaccination. So there they are. Albania, Antigua, and Barbuda. Sometimes it's hard to pronounce their names. So these are the names of the countries that are on the green list flashed on your screens right now. So if you guys are fully vaccinated coming from these countries, then you would need to present the international certificate of vaccination. But if you are coming from a country not listed on the green list, but you are fully vaccinated, unfortunately, they won't check that international certificate of vaccination because you will still have to go through the longer quarantine. Oy, where is Muad? Muad, are you still there? Muad, sorry, I'm so makulit. I really want to make a video for it so we can share it with our kababayans. So, do you guys have more questions with regards to traveling to the Philippines? Moad, how can I get a hold of you? I know you don't have Facebook. Do you have Instagram or do you have email? We can email back and forth. What's the how the process? How long was the process of your 9A visa and entry exemption document? How long was it? So, if you guys don't have any more questions, we can wrap this up for we are live now for 43 minutes. We will have I will have a video uploaded in 2 hours, I think. That's in 2 hours for an update on travel ban who are still on travel ban to the Philippines for the month of July. It's actually uploading on YouTube. So that will be that should come on in 2 hours. If you are a foreigner and fully vaccinated, can you come in quarantine for 14 days? That really depends if you are one of those permitted foreign nationals to enter the Philippines. So at the moment, the foreign nationals that are permitted to enter the Philippines are foreign nationals with valid and existing visa upon entry, and those are foreign nationals like foreign spouses of Filipino national, foreign children, foreign parent of a Filipino child. So that needs to have a 9A visa as well as the entry exemption document. Enabled to be allowed entry into the Philippines for the month of July. So we have 15 more minutes, guys. 15 more minutes before we wrap this up. Muad is probably asleep. My kids are so noisy outside. It's the weekend, so. So do you guys have any more questions? Probably start answering the ones in our. So 15 more minutes if you guys. Sorry, ate. Oh, yeah, because this is your seventh day, no? Sorry, ate. They just came in to take for the swab. So this is your seventh day, I believe, Moad. Because you have to go through. You have the 10 days mandatory quarantine. Seventh day swab. Your result should come in on the ninth day. So on the ninth day, when your result comes in, you email the Bureau of Quarantine for attach with your swab test results so you can get your Bureau of Quarantine certificate. I was told that I need a DFA. What is a DFA? As far as I know, DFA is the Department of Foreign Affairs. Yes, that you are right, David. DFA stands for Department of Foreign Affairs. uh that the DFA endorsement? Yeah, the DFA endorsement or the entry exemption document. Muad here, Muad is a 9A visa holder, and he was also able to secure the entry exemption document to be allowed entry into the Philippines. He's married to a Filipino national, so he is on his seventh day quarantine in the Philippines. He just had his swab. So that is what my question to Muad to. What are those DFA forms? Where to find it? That way we can all gather up the requirements for entry exemption documents. I know I have listed here some of what you have said. Letter of request, handwritten to the ambassador, DFA marriage stamp and verified from DFA. So I'm not sure what is the DFA marriage copy stamp and verified from DFA. So is this the report of marriage? Muad is still probably trying to recover from the swab. Do balikbayan still have to register for swab test? And do I still have to pay for it? Yes, Francis. For balikbayan, you have to register for an ECIF QR code. So if you're flying with Philippine Airlines, they have their own registration. If you are flying with a different airline, not Philippine Airlines, landing in NAIA 1 and Terminal 2, then you will have to register with Padlab. So I haven't uploaded the most updated registry on how to register with Padlab. It should be up this week. I'm so sorry for that. But yes, you still have to pay for it. because the Philippine government has not really announced, although the president has announced that they would, he's looking into paying for hotel accommodation and swab testing to returning overseas Filipinos to the Philippines, but until now, that has not been implemented yet. So yes, you still have to pay for it. I'll be flying Ashana the 21st. So yes, you have to register with Padlab. May I, balik ba yun? Went abroad, naturalized abroad, but did not apply for dual citizenship. But they are allowed to enter the Philippines. Make sure to bring your old Philippine passport or your PSA birth certificate. And they will be given 1 year visa free upon entry into the Philippines. So yes, yes, yeah, you will have to register with Padlab, Francis. Yes, my seventh day, the result certificate will be on the ninth day, and I will be released on the 10th day. Ate, my wife, will send you all the steps from 1 to 10 with forms. Ay, thank you. Thank you, Mod. Mod, thank you so, so much. Maraming salamat, your wife. She will message me on our Facebook page, yeah? I got so excited. Thank you so much, Mo. I can, and I'm asking your I'm asking your permission to make a video of it on how to secure an entry exemption document, because I have also a picture sent to me by one of our subscribers who was able to also secure an entry exemption document. So this document is not a ghost document anymore, because finally, somebody has processed and successfully secured it, and now in the Philippines doing his quarantine. Yes, Abdulisa is one of those who was able to secure an entry exemption document for her husband too. We messaged back and forth. So sis, how if Qatar Airways are registered in ECIF? Yeah, Qatar Airways, you will have to register with Padlab, but it really depends if Qatar Airways is landing in Ninoy International Airport, Ninoy Aquino International Airport in NAIA, Terminal 1 and 3. If your husband lands there, you have to register with Padlab for ECIF. But if Qatar Airways is landing in Clark, they also have a separate ECIF. I believe they use Red Cross over there. Thumbs up from Francis. How do you get QR code for your COVID test when you're in quarantine? QR code for COVID. The QR code, you have to register ahead of time, at least 3 days before your flight. You have to register for an ECIF QR code for your swab testing, because they will need that. They will scan that QR code when you are scheduled for your swab testing, and they will check that upon check in at the airport. When you get to Manila, they check that again. No problem, Ate. We also appreciate what you did in doing for us. For us, my regards to you and Mr. Husband as well. Have a good day. Thank you, Muad. I'll be waiting for your wife's message on our Facebook page, the Ethan Squad, for that requirements. Thank you so much for sharing, talaga. And this is your seventh day. Your result should come in on the ninth day. Make sure to message. Have your wife message me if you need the email of the Bureau of Quarantine. I'll send it to her. To her, and that's all you need. Email the Bureau of Quarantine, attach your swab test result with your contact information in there, and you should be, as soon as you get your Bureau of Quarantine, that you are. Where's your final destination? I know I have asked this before, but sorry to ask again. Where does the QR code, what website? So if you are flying with Philippine Airlines, if you are flying with Philippine Airlines, they have their own ECIF form. But like I said, if you are not flying with Philippine Airlines, you're landing in Terminal 1 or Terminal 3 at the NAIA, you will have to register with Padlab. We have tutorials on that in the channel. In the travel update videos, we have tutorials on that. Will there be any further updates about going into Philippines? Hope all of us can be there without being quarantined. For sure, as especially when the vaccination rollout over here is going to be consistent, the vaccines, the stocks or the vaccination is ongoing, and uh the population, there is an increase of vaccinated Filipinos in the Philippines very soon. That would change. I know that would change. What website do you go to get the QR code? Padlab, if you are not flying with Philippine Airlines. Also looking forward for the topic about LDR tonight. Hey, Vincent, we expect you to be our co-host tonight, right? Yeah? You go to sleep so you can wake up early. My husband is laughing. So to those who are on LDR, we would like to invite you tonight for our LDR discussion. We will be on again tonight for that. So if you guys are not so busy, you have time to join us, you are very welcome to join us. Such a good time sharing stories and stuff. So if you guys are free to invite you on LDR discussion, that would be it. Yep, that's one. The internet is loading now. I am flying PAL next week. Do I need to register ECIF? Yes, January, yes. With Philippine Airlines, they usually email you 5 days prior to your flight to send you that link where you have to register with your ECIF QR code. So keep an eye on that email. Lord have mercy on me about LDR. That's why we want you to be our co-host. My final destination is Laguna. We already checked with LGU and they're waiting for the. Yeah. Laguna, if it's within Manila, they only need your BOQ certificate and your swab test result, and you are good to go. You don't need to quarantine there anymore. I think you have to. I don't know if they impose the 4 more days remaining quarantine at your home, but at least you're home. And I'm so happy, Maud, you made it to the Philippines. You will be reunited with your family. That's really oh my god, that's exciting. And thank you so much for sharing that information with me. I will wait for your wife's message on that. So yes, you guys are very welcome to join. We would be so glad to have you guys on the show. And that would be a no. That's really a fun. That's a fun discussion with our fellow LDR couple. So, do we have more questions? Oh, we have one from Richie. Richie de Guzman. Good morning, ma'am. Nakauwi na po ako ng Pinas. Salamat po. Laking tulong ng mga updates niyo. Thank you so much, Richie. Maraming salamat at naging gabay niyo po ang mga videos ko going back to the Philippines during the time of the pandemic. Maraming salamat. Nasa quarantine po ba kayo? Are you on quarantine? I almost tempted to swim to Philippines if air travel is not yet open. Just ko. Vincent, you will have to that would be a long swim, bud. That's a long swim. Good luck to that. So we have, I think we are almost done. We can wrap this up. Almost done with our answering questions on travel update. So I will see you guys tonight on our LDR discussion that would be hosted by me and my husband. And of course, Vincent is going to be there. Our LDR discussion is different from answering. But if you guys have any travel update questions, we can answer that too during our LDR discussion. You can actually join us live. I am using this application that I can bring guests. I can bring guests to the show and be part of the show. It's really fun. Vincent was there. So I expect Vincent to be there again tonight, our co-host. So what time is that Pacific time? That wait, that's if that is 8 o'clock in the morning in Mississippi, that's 6 o'clock in the morning in California, no? Pacific time.
I believe so.
Allah, that's too early. Are you awake already by then, Vincent? So if you guys don't have any more questions, I can our LDR discussion. If you guys have any questions that needs to be answered right away, you can message me on our Facebook page, the Eaton Squad, and also on our Instagram, the Eaton Squad. If you really need answers to your inquiry right away, because the comments on the videos that I upload gets buried because there are too many of them. That's why I do live to answer those inquiries. And like I said, if you need immediate answer to your inquiries, you can direct message me on our Facebook and Instagram. Same handle, the Eaton Squad. Can you explain about green lanes and countries? So Christine, it's not actually green lane. They call it green countries and jurisdiction. So these are the countries. If you are coming from these countries and you are fully vaccinated, you will only go through a 7 days quarantine, and your swab test is on the fifth day. But if you are not coming from these green countries and jurisdiction, like for example, the United States is not part of the list, then you will still have to go through the longer quarantine, which is the 10 days, and the swab test will be on the seventh day. 8 p.m. here in California. 8 p.m. So yeah, that was right. Tonight, Lina, we will do LDR discussion. I think that's 6 o'clock in the morning there in California. That's quite early, no? But Vincent can do it. This up, and if you, like I said, if you guys have any questions and concern, you can direct message me on Facebook and Instagram. So thank you so much, guys, for hopping on today. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me live. Please don't forget to hit that notification bell so that I can we can you can be notified every time we have new travel updates. We upload travel updates almost every day, so make sure that you have click that notification bell so you will be notified when we have new updates when you travel to the Philippines during the time of the pandemic. So I thank you all for joining me in today. I will see you guys on our next travel update. I will see you on our LDR discussion tonight, Philippine time. That would be morning in the US. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless. Bye.